proposed amendments of how this money is going to get spent. Some of the top priorities include school revitalization and creating access to universal broadband.
Here, we've got some great investments that are happening across the board, making sure we get our kids and teachers safely back in to school this fall.
Southwest Virginia has long been overlooked for these schools. We was wanting to see more latitude given to the localities on how that money could be spent, not just in some of the remodel, but maybe in some of the locality wanted to use some of that money to build a school.
Legislators will also take part in the appointments of several spots on the Court of Appeals while they're in Richmond. This session could last longer than expected if budget process takes longer than expected. The Centers for Disease Control has issued a new order banning evictions for most of the United States. The new ban could keep millions in their homes as the Delta variant spreads across the country. The CDC says the order impacts areas with substantial and high transmission of COVID. If counties improve their COVID rates and do not experience high transmission for 14 days, tenants will no longer be protected by the moratorium. But if COVID cases worsen in a county, renters might become protected. This new order expires on October 3rd. Lynchburg City Schools will continue to mandate masks. The school board voted 7-2 last night, requiring all students, staff, and visitors to wear masks indoors, regardless of age or vaccination status. This is at least for the start of the upcoming school year, which begins on August 11th, just 1 week from today. The superintendent says the decision is out of a precaution for everyone. Leaders say they could revisit the policy in the near future, depending on the number of cases in the Hill City. Montgomery County Public Schools will also mandate masks for students while indoors. The school board approved the plan last night. Staff must be masked when around students. The school board says it will review local health data at its meeting again in September. But in Roanoke County, the school board does not plan to have a mask mandate for students or staff. They say they're following the governor's statement of mask wearing as a recommendation. Masks will still be required on school buses. The head of the World Health Organization is calling for a ban on administering booster shots of COVID vaccines. He wants to ensure the vaccines available in countries where few people have received their first shots. WHO officials say the science is unproven about whether giving booster shots to people who have already received 2 doses is effective in preventing the spread of the virus. A new survey suggests most unvaccinated individuals do not believe COVID vaccines are effective. The Kaiser Family Foundation says a little over half of the unvaccinated population believe the vaccine posed a bigger risk to their health than COVID itself. Less than a quarter of those who are unvaccinated say they think the vaccines are effective at preventing death.
Your local weather authority, always watching and tracking for you from the JES Weather Center.
Well, yesterday we had some extra clouds in the mix, and some of you might have saw a stray shower or storm. Today, a much different scenario. We're seeing bright blue skies across the area. This is the view right now over in Blacksburg at Virginia Tech. I will tell you that Blacksburg, parts of the New River Valley, as well as the Highlands could maybe see a stray shower or storm as we go through the rest of today. Nobody's seeing anything at the moment. All of the rain staying well west of the viewing area, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see maybe just a little bit of rain out there for those 2 zones. I put the chances at about 20% for the rest of today for the New River Valley, as well as the Highlands. Everybody else expected to be totally dry as we go through the rest of our Wednesday. Temperatures up by a couple degrees. Of course, the extra sunshine helping that. Everybody in the 70s right now. Wytheville and Hillsville really close to the 70-degree mark. We're already into the middle 70s for Roanoke, the upper 70s across Lynchburg, and we're seeing the mid to upper 70s for folks over in Southside. Our highs today going to be up a little bit compared to yesterday, but still below average for this time in August. 80 degrees in the NRV, 81 in Roanoke, 82 in Highlands, and it looks like we get into the low to mid 80s across Lynchburg and Southside. Something else you're noticing as you're going about your Wednesday is the lack of the humidity, and it does look like that is going to be the case at least for the next few days in our area. We're going to be staying comfortable as far as the humidity is concerned through Thursday and Friday, but eventually it does look like some extra moisture will be in the mix as we go into this upcoming weekend. The reason we're getting this little bit of a break from the humidity is we have a frontal system to the east of the area, and basically all of of the air is wrapping around it, and all of the air that is doing so is pretty dry. So what does that mean for you? You're going to be seeing some cool mornings. Our afternoons are just going to be comfortable with warm temperatures, but also we're really not going to see a whole lot in the rain department over the next few days. Here's a look at weather headlines. I think a lot of people are going to be really enjoying the break from the humidity. Not much rain to water the lawns and gardens, though, and then eventually this weekend, it looks like summer heat and humidity likely to be back with us. So right now we have this little bit of a trough in the jet stream, and that is keeping our temperatures on the mild side, below average for this time of year, but we do expect this trough to kind of erode as we go into the later stages of the week and this weekend, and that means our temperatures are really going to be rising. By the time we get to Sunday, it looks like our highs ranging from the middle 80s to the low 90s, and then the temperatures actually could go even hotter as we go into next week. This is the Climate Prediction Center's temperature outlook for the 6 to 10 day time frame, so it looks like the mountains are going to be in the upper 80s by the time we get to next week, and our highs elsewhere, including the Roanoke Valley, Lynchburg area, and South Side, looks like you're going to be getting into the low to mid 90s. So if you're enjoying this little break from the heat and humidity, make sure you get outside and enjoy it the next couple days, because it does look like it's going to be getting a little bit more hot around here as we go into the weekend as well as early next week. But really nice for today, 81 the high, a mix of sun and clouds, and then 62 the low overnight tonight. So you can open up the windows, get the free air conditioning for your Wednesday night. And it does look like our highs staying in the 80s through Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The best chance of showers and storms over the next 7 days comes in on Saturday. Eventually see the 90s back on Sunday, and that's where we're going to be as we go into next week as well. We'll send things back over to Patrick.
All right, thank you, Justin. New at noon, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration updates its forecast for the hurricane season this year, which slightly increases the number of expected storms. Forecasters now say 15 to 21 storms are expected. That's up from the original prognostication of 13 to 20. They're now expecting 7 to 10 hurricanes, with 3 to 5 of those becoming major. Those have winds over 110 miles per hour. Forecasters cite the expected return of La Nina, warmer water in the Atlantic Basin, and reduced wind shear for that increased activity. So far, we've had 5 storms. One of those became a hurricane. That was Elsa. A pop-up farmers market and live music come together Friday night at the Taubman Museum of Art. 10 News reporter Megan Woods shows us what this new free event has in store.
This is super exciting because the Taubman Museum of Art has never hosted a midsummer market like this before. I'm here with Holly, and this is cool because it kicks off at 5, it goes until 9 o'clock. So this is a chance for people to experience the museum like never before.
That's right, and this is the second event in our late night series, and so we're open from 5 to 9, and you can experience the galleries just like the art installation we have behind us from artist Evie Day, where we have suspended gowns from the New York City Opera.
This is incredible just to look at and see them hanging there and just getting a close look at these beautiful costumes. But then it's not just about the artwork. People can explore this pop-up farmers market.
That's right, and so we hand-selected local small businesses that are doing handcrafted products, and so all very artisanal goods. So we have some from natural oils, herbal spa detox, where there's a hair growth serum,
Love that.
Oliveto, where there's that gourmet like spreads and olive oils and vinegars.
I see the breadsticks, so that's my kind of tasting, my kind of business. And so if you get here early or on time, it starts at 5, you get the first 100 people a tasting of Chateau Morset's new cider. So this is a really cool event. There's live music too. And if you want more information, we'll have that on WSLS.com. In Roanoke, Megan Woods, 10 News, working for you.
You will soon have more opportunities to hit the Powerball. Lottery officials announced drawings will expand to 3 nights a week. The weekly lineup now starts on Mondays, in addition to the Wednesday and Saturday drawings. Lottery officials say the additional day will help generate larger, faster-growing jackpots. The change starts August 23rd. Meghan Markle is celebrating her 40th birthday today. Harper's Bazaar says the Duchess of Sussex and her husband, Prince Harry, are expected to celebrate in a low-key manner. Markle recently gave birth to the couple's second child, a daughter named Lilibet. Both Meghan and Harry have been on parental leave since then. That is our time together here at noon. We thank you for spending part of your lunch hour with us. We'll see you back here at 5 with our 90 minutes of local news. Have a great afternoon.